So hello people, today we'll be solving LeetCode daily question 992, that is subarrays with k different integers, and in this will be given an integer array nums and an integer k. We have to return the number of good subarrays of nums, and a good subarray is an array where the number of different integers in that array is exactly k. Okay, for example, we are given 1 2 3. 1 2 has three different integers, 1 2 and 3, and for example in this we are given nums is equal to 1 2 3 1 2 3, and our k is given as 2, so we need to return the subarrays which are having exactly two distinct elements. Okay, so for example 1 2 is one possible, 1 2 1, and then 1 2 1 2, because the count of unique elements or different distinct elements is still 2. Okay, similarly the other possibles could be 2 3 is possible, but 1 3 is not possible because it's not a subarray. Okay, so for this what we'll be doing is we'll be using we'll be calculating the number of possible subarrays with k frequency and the number of possible subarrays with k minus 1. So we'll be having at the end the number of subarrays, and we'll be subtracting basically both of them, and at the end we'll be just left with the subarrays which are having exactly k frequency. Okay, so for this what we'll be doing, because when we'll be calculating the subarrays with at least k differency, k distinct elements, it will be having all the elements. For example, if we are having either one distinct element 2 3, so for example let's say we are having 4, our k is 4, so it we'll be generating all the subarrays which are having k4 and less than 4 distinct elements, and then we'll be generating subarrays which are having 3 and less than 3 distinct elements. So when we'll be subtracting the answer from both of them, we'll be having our final answer. Okay, so we'll just directly return a function that is count subarrays with frequency of nums with frequency k minus the count subarrays with nums and the frequency that is k minus 1. Okay, so now let's write this function of private int count subarrays with nums and k. Okay, so I hope everyone knows how we can find the subarrays with k different elements. So that's just the basic code of. For this we'll be using a sliding window approach and a map of integer comma integer. Let's call it window, and we'll be deleting the elements whenever the size of windows gets greater than k. Okay, hash map. Okay, so let's have the pointers, that is left equal to 0, right equal to 0, and the count of the subarray that is also initially 0. Okay, so now while right is less than the length of the nums, we'll be appending it to the map, that window dot put nums right comma window dot get or default nums right comma 0 plus 1. Okay, and we'll be checking that if the size of the window it becomes greater than k, so that means we have to remove the elements from the left side. Okay, so we'll be using a while loop, that while the size of the window is greater than k, what I'll be doing is I'll be just removing the elements, that if my nums okay, window dot get nums left is equal to 1, that is it's having just frequency 1, so we'll be just removing it. Remove window dot remove nums left. Otherwise what we'll be doing is we'll be just decreasing their frequency. Okay, window dot put nums left comma window dot get nums left, and we'll be subtracting the one from their frequency. Okay, and at the end left plus plus. Now what we'll be doing is we'll be we'll be incrementing to our count, that right minus left plus 1, so this will be giving the number of subarrays, and at the end let's just return count. Yeah, count. So now let's run it. So it says compiler error. Okay, cannot find simple count subarrays. Okay, so now let's run it. It says okay, sub arrays A lot of spelling mistakes. Okay, window dot get. Okay, so yeah, obviously I'll forget this. Right, plus plus. Now let's. I don't think so. It should give any error now. Yeah, and it gets accepted. Now let's submit it. And it works perfectly fine. Okay, so this was it for today. Thank you for watching.